Meh. Meh. It is December 23rd, opening day of late muzzleloader, late archery here in Iowa. Grabbed my tag this morning and headed south. Got a call from my buddy Josh Bomar, wondering what my plan was for late season, and I told him honestly, man, I don't have much to hunt. A couple old cull bucks maybe, nothing consistent, nothing big. He's like, hey, I got an absolute ancient buck on one of my farms that we've been trying to kill for a couple years. You want to try to go after him? And I said, sign me up, man, absolutely. He's like, got to use a bow, got to get it on film. And I said, sounds good, drop me a pin. So I've been on this farm a couple times. I've taken my daughters out. We turkey hunted it. I filmed Josh here a few times. So I know this farm pretty well. It's a great spot. A lot of crazy genetics. And hopefully the big boy slips up tonight. He's been frequenting this side of the farm most of the year. So that makes me feel pretty darn good that with this wind, it's in his favor that he'll show up. So I'm just about to the farm now. Got to jump out, get the gate, get dressed, and sneak in there. Hopefully tonight we can get it done.
Just got all set up in the blind. It's about 2 o'clock. Little turnip plot. It's absolutely been destroyed. It looks like it's all disked up almost. They've been hitting it like crazy. But it's right off of some CRP and a crick and a bunch of thick bedding. So these deer feel comfortable to come in here. We're after a buck Josh calls high side. Really, really nice 10 point. 9 or 10 point, I can't remember. But he sits super high up off his head. Heavy, huge body deer. Josh was saying this deer's at minimum 7.5 years old. He's the oldest and biggest bodied buck on this farm. And he kind of runs this whole area of the farm. So that's one of the reasons, besides the age, that Josh wants to get him out of here. And I will happily oblige that request. So hopefully everything pans out. He's been getting in here right around last light. It's a little bit warmer than it has been lately. It's probably 40, 45 degrees right now, but that necessarily isn't the worst thing. A lot of times that will let the deer get in here earlier than normal if it hasn't super frigid cold. And it's just kind of warming up. A lot of times that'll send them to greens. So that's kind of what we're hoping on. I got a few more things to set up. Got to set up a GoPro, get my bow all ready to go. But I'm excited. The spot looks great. It should be a decently close shot if we can get him into range here. So fingers crossed. We'll see if eyesight shows up or not. Well, it's 3:30. Been here about an hour and a half. No deer so far. But like I said, it's pretty warm. I had the Ozonics running. Filled basically the whole blind up. If you run it, you can kind of feel and smell when it's getting full. Usually kick it off and just kind of let it permeate. But with it being as warm as it is outside, the inside is all full of condensation. And as soon as, 10 minutes in here, everything started fogging up and I don't have a squeegee with me. So I let the blind fill up with ozone, and then I cracked one of the windows. Probably another half hour, 45 minutes before the sun goes over the treetops. And I think once that happens, we'll get deer start moving into this plot. But until then, we're just gonna sit here and chill and wait. We're after one deer though, high side, and that's it. So he likes this part of the farm. That's why we're sitting here. So I'm not even paying attention. He pops out right in front of me. He's been bedding to the south, and he pops out in front of me, and the first time I see him, he's at 25 yards. He comes in, he's probably 20, 25 yards just feeding. And he can hear the road. And he's super alert. He's looking past the blind up the road. And I think the neighbors were outside talking, and he got kind of nervous, and he was getting ready to leave. And he turned and started to walk away, and I stopped him. I had him at like 30 yards. Put the pin center mass, and right when I squeezed it off, he took his and I hit him back. I can see my arrow laying there. It looked like a good shot. I need to review the footage again. But it looks like we're gonna be waiting. This might be a morning track job, so I'm gonna review the footage and see what we got. Let's go do one of my famous self-film tripod recoveries. Well, it's not gonna be a recovery tonight, but perfect, got this pinch. Yeah, I saw a deer running away. I don't know if it was him or not. Couldn't really tell, but we'll get out here and look at the arrow and see what we got for blood. The old beast did it. She's covered. And it actually doesn't smell bad. A little bit of gritty, but definitely went through the liver. All right, well, I just put an arrow through eyesight. He came in 30 yards, fed to 20, got spooked by either somebody on the road or a neighbor or something like that. Didn't like it. Was getting ready to leave. And as you saw, he turned. And when I shot, he took one step. Just one step. I'm pretty sure it exited out the liver. The way the angle is from the video. Got the arrow. The arrow looks great. It looks exactly like what I figured it would. Beast did its job, but it's good red blood, a little bit of grit. Like I said, I think it went in the stomach and out the liver. I saw him run maybe 60 yards in the timber, and then I couldn't see him anymore. So I'm gonna get back to the truck, and I'm gonna come back in the morning. So I feel like that'll be enough time. It's 4 o'clock now. It was 3:30, so by the time I get down here, it'll have been 15, 16 hours. So that should be enough. So I'm gonna get out of here so I don't booger this place up, and he can just lay down and expire.
All right, morning after, about 9 o'clock. Had a few things to do this morning. Went to the gym with the wife, and then got everything together, headed back down to the farm. Last night I hit that buck a little bit back. Feel really good about it. Got home, looked at it, felt even better about it. Just the way the arrow, I think, shot up into the cavity more after it entered. So I'm very optimistic about this. Trent's meeting me down here to help track and film and hopefully drag out. So we're gonna get pulled in here, get on the blood, hopefully end the story to high side. So let's go. All right, well, it's the morning after, and just met Trent, and we're gonna go see if we can't find this deer. He came in super early. He was in the plot at 3:30. You know, camera's showing he was here at like last light normally, and he just showed up out of nowhere. Avoided all the cameras, which is what big old deer do. So we're gonna go to the impact and then hopefully follow blood. And there's a pretty steep ditch, maybe 70, 80 yards away. I'm hoping that's all the farther he made it, but we're gonna get on the blood and see if we can't find him. Tons of them, but there's turkey crap everywhere in here. But yeah, he came into here. He was at 25 yards from the blind. Got spooky from the road, and I shot him right here. Found the arrow there, and he just took off. So I'm gonna get in through this thick stuff, and we'll just start following blood. Blood. Right here. All over that branch. All over. This must be where he was laying, because when I got out of the blind, you can see the blind back there, we've only went 30 yards from impact. When I got out of the blind, I thought I jumped him. And obviously he was here. You can see that tree down there, you can see it sprayed all over that tree. So I'm hoping it's just down in this area. Last blood's up there. I definitely could have picked the wrong trail to walk down. Went up, and I would assume that way would make the most sense.
go up the hill. It seems like he's going along the edge. Back here. Looks like he bed a couple times. Him right there. Yep. Underneath the cedar tree. I've never been more excited for a deer to go back across the creek. It'll be December, what is it, 24th. Yeah. I thought he was going to be in the bottom of that creek, but he had other plans, which, you know what, I'm not going to complain about, because that ditch is deep. Oh, perfect. That's a big old deer. Big old noggin on him. All right, well, we got him out to the food plot where I was able to shoot him last night. It seemed fitting to do the exit interview out here, knowing that he's been on this farm for the better part of a decade, and just get him out here, show him off a little bit better. Last night, he came out of nowhere. Obviously, he was bedded in this cedar thicket to the west, and that's where he went to after I shot him. He followed the creek, ended up over there 150, maybe 200 yards away, but the shot was exactly like I thought. Hit him back, as you can see in the video, but it angles up hard and it ends up going in or coming out maybe 3 or 4 inches right behind the shoulder, which is exactly where you wanted. So it went stomach, diaphragm, liver, out one lung, and he expired rather fast. He was stiff this morning, so it was a great hunt. awesome time. It's not very often that a plan comes together perfectly, but it did last night. And once again, I can't thank Josh enough for allowing me to come to his farm and hunt. And I've been able to film him over the last few years and seen a lot of big giant deer, and being able to capitalize on an old buck like this. I'm definitely indebted to him, and I appreciate it. And hopefully there'll be a lot more where this came from. So the team's been rallying late season with the camera. Trent and his dad doubled up the same morning I shot this one. Austin killed one up in Wisconsin the night before, and there's a lot of people with tags left late season. So hopefully when everything's all said and done, we'll finish the 2024 season off strong. But thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Hit that like and subscribe, and be ready for shed season.